always have been a bully. So a lot of girls were afraid of her. So when she told them to do things or say this or flirt with their man, like she was very aggressive. She has aggressive nature. And she tried to do that shit with me, and that's not going to pop off, you know? And at the time, I had my boyfriend. He didn't go to jail yet. That's when I initially met Remy. And she would just, you know, try to throw her chest out to me, you know? Like, I would laugh it off. So we're doing a birthday party. It was Christmas. My man at the time, his birthday's 12/12. Elle's birthday's 12/12. So it was a big birthday party bash. Joe Budden's performing. She's performing. There's a lot of people performing. And she was there, kept looking at me, and she just flashed her little pistol and kept, you know, swaying it. I'm just like, that's not me, right? You know, like, me? And then one of my boys, my man's boys, just grabbed the gun and said, if you're going to pull it out, you better use it. And he took it from her.
Oh.
Yeah. So we went on our ways. When we were in situations, when we saw her and we crossed paths, she said nothing. But I had my boys. Now, when my man went to jail, I guess people thought I was the easy target in the industry. So people tried to start to Armstrong me. Things were coming from different angles and trying to take over my career. Then she started going on the radio threatening me. So even Aaron went on the radio threatening me to take my child. So I was being attacked from every angle after my man went to jail. She confronted me at Victoria's Secrets. I had a drink in my hand. She didn't want to fight. We were just arguing. Security came. My boy came and confronted. She had security at the time too. She even had security trying to like belittle me and confront me and try to fight me as well. But one guy from Brooklyn, my boy, stood in the middle, was like, I'll die for her, you know, and they walked away. And then the initial like get down fight was Jadakiss party that I hosted in New York. And she showed up with a bunch of girls in jeans and tank tops, white tank tops, sneakers to jump me. So that's what their plan was, to jump me. And I just shot for Playboy at the time. So I had playmates with me. I had some playmates with me. I wasn't thinking if I was going to fight or anything. I'm hosting a gig. But I had my DC boys with me. So at that time, I was going through a lot of shit. DAs following me, literally, thinking I'm going to lead them somewhere. I was still under their radar, under their nose. So my boyfriend in jail had people protecting me, making sure that nothing was happening to me. You know what I mean? Like, I was a target in the streets. Let's just put it that way. And I explained detail how I was a target and what information they were trying to get out of me in the streets. And, so Remy pulled up with a bunch of girls. We started arguing and back and forth. At the time, I had a road manager. I had a few road managers. He used to work with Terror Squad. James Farrell. So he's trying to like calm the situation, be in the middle, and we're bickering back and forth. My boy's over here. She had her girls there. And she just kept throwing, which is back and forth. Nothing was going to pop off yet. And then she said, I know where your son goes to school. And my son just was going to first grade in a private school in Coral Springs. And I'm like, I just was stunned that just, you know, just put me in my place. And then she said the address of where he went to school. They're so red. That's it. You're threatening my child now. And that's when I threw the punch. And I started wailing on her. I just saw red. I was like, that's it. Okay, it's on. It's on now, bitch. So I really started wailing on her, fucking her up. And then her girlfriend started hitting my girlfriends.
Oh, the Playboy models?
Yes, like beating them up. And then one of the...
I'm sorry to laugh, but it's a little funny, though.
And then
these girls did not sign up for this.
No, and they never talked to me after that. They never talked to me. They're like, this ghetto bitch, you know? We're never hanging out with her again. I felt so bad. I kept apologizing. And one girl that was with me was Elle's cousin, okay? She used to road manage Remy. Okay, so there was a little thing there. Remy had a lot of little boys that she used to date. You know, Remy had a lot of little runners that sell weed at the time. And so anyways, Elle's cousin was dating one of her shorties. And when I went to go pick her up I think it was in Brooklyn or the Bronx in the projects. She was getting her hair done. The guy was getting her hair done, but that was one of Remy's shorties. So I go up because she's not ready and I'm sitting there. So, you know, people from the Bronx or whatever, Brooklyn, in the project, Glow is here and I'm taking pictures with everybody. So when Remy comes later that day, they're like, Glow's here. She's thinking I'm sleeping with her shorty. But no, that's Elle's cousin sleeping with just shorty getting her hair done. But I'm not one to tell or rat. That's not my thing, you know, but they let her believe that I was the one, you know, so it infuriated her, you know, but did she find out later it was Elle's cousin because they kicked her ass and they stole her passport and shit that day. They beat her. She was with me. So they're beating her up too, taking her passport, and Elle's right there, and that's her cousin. She's there like watching the whole thing. And she was like my sister. Like I did anything for her. I bought her tires whenever she needed money. I slept in her house. I met her family. I ate with them. I broke bread with her, and they turned on me, you know? So I'm getting the best of her. The bouncers wanted to break us up. So they broke us up. She goes outside. She calls Joe, Fat Joe, and is like, oh, I got jumped. That's what she said initially. So they started talking. And then my boy James, he used to be part of the terror squad, was like, that didn't happen.
Right. Because I think Cuban Link was there when it happened.
I don't remember him being there.
Okay.
Yeah.
He talked about.
Yeah. But he knows people who were there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He wasn't initially there. I mean, the game was there. There was a lot of people there. And, so Joe was upset. She's wearing all her jewelry, right? She's wearing all her jewelry. So Joe knew the person who threw the party, like the promoter. So he said, let her back in and let her fight again. And they did. They did.
And you guys fought again?
Yeah. So when she's walking in, I'm fighting. You remember Sunny from Hot 97? Now she's like a chef.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, she's like in a cooking show. She jumps me and I'm fighting her now. I'm ripping her wig off. I'm in motion. You know what I mean? And Remy comes and my boy's like, Remy's back. Like, what you gonna do? And I was like, all right. We just started going at it. And I whip her. I rip her jewelry off. I start stomping her with my boots because I had high heel boots on it because it's cold. It's wintertime. And then this time they let us last the fight and I got it in. I was furious, but then I already was warmed up. And they brought us apart. She lost all her jewelry. And then that's when, I started getting phone calls. I need to pay for the jewelry. And then the men started being involved because they said, I need to pay for the jewelry. It's not going to happen. Who fights with fucking jewelry on? And then you're coming to fight, to jump. And then later I got, initially as an older age, Sunny reached out to me as an adult and she apologized. That the whole setup was to jump me. She confirmed, and I read it in my book in detail of what she said, what happened and what down prior for them walking into the club, and she's sorry. They even yelled at Lazy K because she didn't jump in. She didn't want to. And they were like, Remy wanted to beat her up because she didn't help. She's such a fighter. She's a gangster. She was mad that another girl didn't help, join in the fight, So, yeah. And then a couple of months later, she goes to jail for shooting someone. Karma.